Footballs. Talked about how there are going to be more coming. Improving Lobo football as we move forward. We talked to Jerry Kill about it yesterday. Good morning to you. Happy Thursday as we roll up on the Christmas holiday. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck back from beautiful sunny Florida. Welcome to winter.
Hey, it's not too bad from everything that you're seeing on the news, the storms, and the fact that I guess the mountains are going to protect us from the bomb cyclone effect.
The bomb cyclone.
I'll take 50s right now.
100%.
Yes, please. Thank you.
100%. Good trip?
Good trip.
I mean, aside from, obviously, the Lobo women got beat by Mississippi State 87-58 yesterday. But other than that,
things went well. One more non-conference game next week before we start a Mountain West play. For New Mexico, you're a little disappointed. You knew how hard the schedule was going to be playing Arizona, Mississippi State, which are two top 40 teams essentially right now. But you would have liked to have gotten one. And you're just looking back at the Arizona State game where you had a lead in the fourth quarter, had the final shot of regulation, lost it in overtime. With all the talk about the non-conference schedule and how good it was, you'd like to have at least gotten one more to just have a little bit more buzz for this team. But they should be really competitive in Mountain West play.
all right. We're going to get into that. Speaking of Mississippi State, their head football coach is going to be with us coming up at 7:15 here in just a few minutes. Zach Arnett, the former Lobo, the former La Cueva High School star, is going to be with us coming up at 7:15. He got the head coaching job. He was the defensive coordinator at Mississippi State. Mike Leach's sudden passing a couple of weeks ago, which was just felt throughout the football world. And Zach is the guy who got the contract and earned that job. And so I've been hoping to catch up with Zach. And now here we are going to their bowl game. We'll catch up with Zach Arnett coming here at 7:15. 8 o'clock, or 8:30 this morning, Jerry Palm will be with us from CBSSports.com. Talk college football, bowl games, college football playoff. And then at 9 o'clock, Danny Gonzalez is going to be with us, the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. They announced 11 signees on National Signing Day, which is it's the first official day of the period. It's not the only day. And so the NCAA approved early signing period, remember, back in 2017. So it goes from December 21 through 23. The mid-year transfer signing period also started as well. So when you looked at it, I didn't know initially, JJ, how to react to 11 guys, right? I thought, wow, it's probably the smallest class I've seen in a while. And I know Danny said yesterday, we'll talk to him in a while, at 9 o'clock, that they got a lot more coming, and there's a lot more out there, and there's going to be late signings.
This is the way it is for a lot of teams right now. You look at New Mexico State's class, and they bring in 29 kids on signing day, but it's all over the place. It's wide open with what you're going to see happen on signing day, what happens after it because of the transfer portal. You're just not going to be able to submit your entire class most of these years on one day.
And so you'll see they're going to work the portal quite a bit. Mexico State signed a huge class, 28 guys. And so, and they got a quarterback transfer from Texas A&M, four-star quarterback from there. So, I've never been, and I know you kind of feel the same way, in regards to signing day, and there's a bunch of names on a list, and how do you get there? What do you do? We'll let the coaches talk about it. Do they basically, for me, it's always, did you fill needs, right? And for UNM, they went offense. They've got a couple quarterbacks. They got a couple of receivers. They got some linemen. Did they fill needs? And Danny said it was a terrific class for them. And we'll see, right? They absolutely got in-state guys. And there's so many of you who have been vocal about it over the years. How are they recruiting New Mexico? Why aren't they recruiting New Mexico more? They've got the last 4 New Mexico State Players of the Year who have been here now. They got Isaiah Chavez, Luke Wysong, Zach Vigil, and now Evan Wysong. They also got Aiden Armenta, Nick Trujillo. So you feel like they're, I don't know, they always say casting that net, not letting guys out. Do you feel like they're doing that well?
They are. The intriguing one to me is Aiden Armenta. Out of that class is what kind of quarterback could he develop into? Because that's question number one among the many for this football team. said he's close to being an offensive coordinator. You're not counting on a true freshman to be the guy, but the timing is really tough right now for how long Danny's going to get for young players coming in to get their opportunity in this day and age. So I'm excited for all the local kids that get their chance. And we've seen, you can find some good ones. Cody Moon, Luke Wysong. You know, if you can get some more players on that offense, can continue to be someone that could have a role. But there's just so many unanswered questions with that offense.
Yeah. No, in fact, like, what are they going to be? And Danny said yesterday they should have I think he said it's going through HR, right? That they should have an offensive coordinator in here in the next couple of days, and you'll get an idea what they're going to do with it. So if you want to talk signing day, you can. Danny will be with us at 9 o'clock. Jerry Palm at 8:30. Mississippi State head football coach and former Lobo and La Cueva High School star Zach Arnett's going to be with us at 7:15. We got football tonight, National Football League, and really, I mean, I don't know, intriguing one. Maybe back when you looked at this at the beginning of the season, some of the games you thought were going to be great games weren't great games, and some of the games that you thought were going to be dogs turned out to be something good. Jacksonville and the Jets means a lot all of a sudden.
Yes, it does.
Jacksonville at 6-8, Jets at 7-7. Both think that they've got a chance at the playoff. Both have been playing well at times this season. And Trevor Lawrence has been playing better. This game will be in New York. I think it's before the horrible weather hits, right? So we should have something that resembles a football game. But you get a good one tonight. Meanwhile, there's some significant news, quarterback news, out of the AFC. And the team who is leading, and I got to believe is going to win the AFC South, is going to be without their quarterback probably for the rest of the season. Titans are saying Ryan Tannehill very likely will be out for the remainder of the season because of a right ankle injury that is going to require surgery. It got hurt Sunday against the Chargers. Khalil Mack landed on his right foot. And so welcome to the big time, Malik Willis from Liberty. Yeah.
Trying to digest that this morning. And if you're Tennessee, you just need the Jaguars to lose because you do not have a lot of confidence in winning multiple games and holding on to this position with Malik Willis as your quarterback right now.
We've watched young quarterback. I mean, I'm watching what Brock Purdy's doing, right? Brock Purdy was the last guy in the draft. Malik Willis was second round?
He fell to the third round, but for Malik Willis, we got to pull up that Titans schedule because it was the Kansas City game. That was Sunday Night Football, where it was 20-17, and essentially he did not complete a pass in that contest to a wide receiver downfield.
Yeah.
So he's had his moment. He's been practicing. It's all the experience you get of being there, so you expect him to be better. But this is a different sort of pressure late in the season. You're trying to hold on to that division. All eyes are on Thursday Night Football if you're the Titans because the Jaguars are coming. And this is a huge game playoff-wise for the division for the Jaguars, for the Jets in their wild card race. Because there's a formula for the Tennessee Titans. It's heading the ball to Derrick Henry.
Give it to him. Yeah.
Can you survive 3 games, having to win some of those games with Malik Willis executing that?
Yeah, this is a big one in the National Football League as we move forward. So keep an eye on that. You get a game tonight, and you got that going down. No word definitively on what's going to happen in regards to the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys this weekend and whether Jalen Hurts is going to play. JJ, my gut tells me no. Do you feel that way?
I do.
Because why? Right? If he is hurt, if that shoulder is hurt, then why? You're 3 games up. You just got to win one more game the rest of the way out of the next 3. It doesn't have to be this one. Now, if you want to give the Cowboys some confidence, whatever, if they want to beat you with your backup quarterback. Amory, I know you feel the same way. By the way, good morning.
Good morning.
I know you feel the same way, right? Why play Jalen Hurts this weekend if you're the Eagles?
No, we do not play Jalen Hurts. We rest him. Bigger picture.
No, I think that's
He's
right.
still MVP candidate he's going to be fine. Same for the playoffs. Save him for the playoffs.
Especially since it's his right shoulder.
Yeah, correct. Throwing.
His throwing shoulder. That changes it for me. If it was left shoulder, probably throw him out there against Cowboys. Just try to get this done early for the division. But with your throwing shoulder, he's going to have to manage that. It's not going to feel good. So you want to put him in the best position to manage it for the postseason. And being as good as the Eagles have been, that's the cushion that you get late in the season.
Absolutely. And they can win with Gardner Minshew, too. I'm not taking away from the
Yeah,
Cowboys. They can
with
just
Gardner
win.
Minshew. Sure
They're
they
that good of a team.
Sure they
So,
All right, we'll talk more NFL. When we come back, former La Cueva star, former Lobo, and now the current head football coach at Mississippi State. Zach Arnett's going to be with us. He got his first head coaching job a few weeks ago. The situation in which he got the job was less than ideal, but he's got an opportunity. And signing day yesterday. Looking forward to catching up with Zach as they prepare for the ReliaQuest Bowl. They will play Illinois, will Mississippi State. That's coming up next on the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
How wrestling really works.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young, here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudal with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mask.
Well, first. Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Bardella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe playing zone right now.
Fight's 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
The perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Buried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is.
With this shot, they got a shot up with 5 seconds. Transition 3's up, and it's hit at the buzzer by Ian Tonsberg. Picture perfect execution. Ball it hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Calb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Calb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Calb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually have. Oh, great.
H.A. Rivera. I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that has turned up. They force another turnover. Calb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Calb puts it down. Brian Calb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
we fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better.
Lost a legend, a friend to so many people, a guy whose impact beyond college football was forever. Mike Leach passed away. We did a moment of silence before New Mexico Bowl on Saturday here in Albuquerque because the impact he made when he was here in 2013 is still being felt. People still talk about the time they got to spend with Mike Leach, and his unexpected and tragic death just 10 days ago was felt everywhere. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. We'll get back to your phone calls in a little bit. The defensive coordinator at the time at Mississippi State, former Lobo, former La Cueva High School star Zach Arnett, and days after the passing of Mike Leach, Zach was named the permanent head coach. He got a multi-year contract at Mississippi State. He had his recruiting day yesterday, signing day yesterday. Mississippi State's getting ready for the ReliaQuest Bowl against Illinois and on January 2nd. And I really appreciate spending some time and looking forward to catching up with the Mississippi State head coach, Zach Arnett, who joins us this morning. Zach, good morning. Congratulations on you are a head coach in the SEC. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well,
always good to talk a little New Mexico.
Well, your name has been bouncing around here forever. I know you know this, and I know you've talked to a lot of people here. The pride that people here have in you earning that job, not getting that, earning that job, has been immense. Have you felt a lot of love coming back from the land of enchantment?
Oh yeah, I've the day it officially happened, I had a lot of 505 text numbers on my phone, text messages, and I can't say I knew exactly who all of them were from, but I certainly appreciate it. I did my best to try to respond to all of them.
Yeah, Zach, I got to believe it was a dream to become a head coach. Certainly the circumstances in which it happened were tragic. You're guiding as you learn the new job, you're guiding this program, these young men, through what's got to be an insanely emotional time. And I know Mike was somebody who was huge in your life. Everybody who met him loved him. How have you guys been getting through this as you prepare for a bowl game, as you go through recruiting and the back end of recruiting for signing day? What's your focus been over the last few days?
Yeah, we really had just 3 priorities since I took over. Obviously, number one is take care of our players, make sure they're doing all right. And obviously, I actually think it helps that we're going through this bowl process with practices because you're around each other, right? And as you go through a tragedy like this, it's good to have a support system around you. So number one priority is take care of the players. Number 2 is obviously to retain the commitments in our class, pick up some more commitments, and maintain momentum in the program. And obviously, number 3 is to prepare to win a bowl game. And we have that opportunity on January 2nd. We play a phenomenal football team in Illinois. Coach Bielema and his staff done a great job. I'm not sure you know this, but also former Lobo Bart Miller, O-line coach there. He's probably as good of an O-line coach as there is in the country. And so we're going to be sharing the field with a very good football team, and we're proud for that opportunity.
Who knew the New Mexico ties to Mississippi State would run so deeply? JJ was down in Florida calling Lobos of Mississippi State women's basketball yesterday. Chris Jans, former New Mexico State coach. You guys get along? Lobo and an Ag, you guys get along okay? Your head basketball coach over there?
Shoot, the way they're playing defense right now and winning games, he's the most popular guy in town.
I'll bet he is. It's Zach Arnett, former Lobo and Mississippi State head coach, is with us on the opening drive.
And Zach, you go back to 2020 when you took the job at Mississippi State. You had options in your career. What was it about Mike Leach that he was able to get you to come there to be the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I just think, well, first of all, it's an opportunity to come work and learn under what is very clearly should be a first ballot Hall of Famer in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I mean, he's probably revolutionized and changed, particularly the passing game, but how offense is played, and you see it at all levels of football. But you get an opportunity to come and learn from him. You get an opportunity to come coach defense in the SEC, particularly the SEC West. You look at that schedule, and it'll keep you up at nights, but it's a heck of an opportunity. And obviously, if you're a competitor, you get a chance to be a part of a league like that on a football team with really talented players, and you're gonna play really talented teams every week. You look forward to those opportunities, and so for me, it was a no-brainer. And Starkville, Mississippi, has been tremendously good to me and my family, and created opportunities for us that never could imagine. And so, feel incredibly blessed and fortunate.
Zach, you look at the coaches that you've been able to be around, and it is a pretty amazing list of coaches throughout your career. In situations like that, do you take more from those guys in off the field situations than you do maybe when it comes to football?
Well, I mean, defensively, obviously, played under Coach Long in 3-5, and then worked under him for I think 9-10 years. So, defensively, that's everything I know. I mean, obviously, the football lessons come from him, but there's a lot of years of experience and wisdom and knowledge between Coach Long, Coach Leach, and then I started trying to count up the other day on how many different head coaches I've been fortunate enough to work with. That were either on Coach Long's staff or here, and I'm into the teens for sure. And now that I've found myself in this new role, kind of hits home all of the wealth of knowledge and experience that all those men have, and I've been able to hopefully absorb as much of it as possible, because I'm leaning on those bits and pieces of wisdom from them heavily right now.
Man, it's amazing how the football world takes you places. When you left San Diego State, you initially took the job at Syracuse with Dino Babers, and then went down to Mississippi State, and then Rocky Long takes the job, and he's back up there. Surprise you at all that Rocky left New Mexico to go up and take that job at Syracuse?
It surprised me a little bit when I heard the news, just, thinking that I thought I heard he either built a home or bought a nice ranch home out there in Corrales, and I know his wife loves horses, and they keep some horses. So I was a little surprised to hear they're going to. I think when I moved to Syracuse, someone told me it was the 9th snowiest place on the planet. So I thought the location was interesting, but it didn't. Coach Long is the ultimate competitor, and I think he probably looked forward to one more challenge. Go to the ACC, try to continue on what Tony White had started building there. Tony was my linebacker coach at New Mexico my senior year. Yeah. So the tree has spread out all over, but Coach Long has been a great mentor to all of us, and we certainly know that he's going to do great things up there at Syracuse.
Yeah, it's interesting. I see a picture of him and you every day. There's a the wall in the office of the New Mexico Bowl. There's a shot of him and Dick Tomey from the first year, and there's a shot of you making a tackle, a really cool shot. So I see you every single day. You have memories of those games?
One of the very few I made.
Yeah, that's all right. You made one. I'm pretty sure you made one. It's in the book. You remember those days at all? I mean, you think back, does it feel forever ago that you were a player? I mean, now that you're a head coach in the SEC, man, what's your mentality?
Most of my favorite athletic memories are either from La Cueva High School days or there in New Mexico. So there's nothing like actually being a player. I mean, coaching is fun, and it certainly fills the competitive fire inside, but it's a completely different feeling and obviously life than as if you're actually the competitor and the player in the game. And so, yeah, all my great memories are back there in New Mexico.
Yeah, Mississippi State head football coach Zach Arnett's with us just for a few more minutes.
Well, Zach, you talk about that too, and there's the New Mexico kid mentality. You're living it. You're playing at the Division I level. You're coaching at the highest level in college football. What was that like for you? Being a high school kid, and it's still talked about so much, just the opportunities needed for a New Mexico kid to just get a chance.
Well, I hope it'll set an example. I mean, you can achieve anything you want to, obviously, if you're willing to put your mind to it and put in the work, and a couple breaks go along your route. I've probably had the most fortunate, privileged coaching existence so far. I've worked at two places. You get to go to San Diego State as a graduate assistant and then stay there for 9 years, learning and working under Coach Long, and then your next job is Mississippi State in the SEC. I mean, that's obviously not a common path, and so I'm incredibly blessed and fortunate that things have, fallen in my favor so many steps along the way. Because both guys I work for, they could have thrown a rock from campus and found more qualified guys for the jobs I got. But I take tremendous pride in being from New Mexico. Obviously, I think I identify here in Mississippi as well. Kind of underdog states. People's impressions of the states and the people are a lot of times the outside world completely wrong or don't give us enough credit. And so I think we have that little bit of that chip on our shoulder to prove people wrong. And I think that's oftentimes a good mindset to have, particularly in this line of work.
No doubt. I know you and Danny stay in touch. How much do you guys talk football? Do you talk life when you talk to Danny Gonzalez? Because he's got the opportunity at y'all's alma mater to turn this thing around, and I know that's so important to both of you.
Yeah, depending on the time of year, obviously you talk more than others. So off season for sure we'll catch up, and he reached out to me several times, obviously since being named the interim, and then getting promoted full time, and words of advice and encouragement. So those are certainly appreciated. We'll talk in the season. It's a little hard. You might swap a couple texts or ask hey, I saw this on film from you guys. What are you doing here? I certainly watch every Lobo game on Sunday afterwards to try to take some ideas that look interesting. And he's doing a great job there. He's going to get everything turned around. He just needs the time that it takes to rebuild a program, and obviously that's even getting harder and harder to do nowadays with the way the transfer portal is.
Lastly, is there been a moment where you realize, man, I belong? I'm coaching the same division as Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher and Lane Kiffin, or maybe that'll be at league meetings when you sit there. I don't know.
No. Actually, I think you have more moments where you go, man, I don't belong.
But you
and
do.
So then you just spend all day trying to fake it till you make it.
Yeah, but you do. I mean, you're going to sit in those room in Destin at the SEC meetings, and you're going to be on the field with those guys. And you're going out for those handshakes. That's you. You've earned that, Zach. And so maybe that moment hasn't come, right? But it will. It will.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I got tremendous opportunity. I'm very humbled and proud for the opportunity this university's given me.
Keep doing what you do. I know it's been an incredibly tumultuous time. After the bowl game, maybe you get a second to breathe. But thanks for taking a few minutes to catch up with us. Proud of you, man. Really proud of what you keep doing and what you represent. And nobody is given anything in this game. You earn it, and obviously you earned it. You got a great opportunity. Go kill it. Go get it done. We'll be watching, and we'll catch up with you another time.
No, thank you very much. Obviously, proud to be New Mexican. Go Lobos. My Bears, they came up short in the state title game, but don't worry. The heights will rise again. All right, and obviously I love keeping up with the Mexico sports. So thank you guys for having me.
Well, Hail State, and give our best to our buddy Chris
right.
Jans.
Hail State.
And when you see Chris, give him our best as well, because his basketball team's kind of playing pretty well. Be well, Zach. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Take
Bye.
care. Zach Arnett, head football coach at Mississippi State. It's pretty cool. He's that's a gig now that he's got, man. That's a big time gig that he earned. And the circumstance in which he came into it, I'm stoked for him. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll open it up for you until we talk to Jerry Palm at 8:30, but you can respond to what you heard from Zach Arnett at 505-246-0610. All right, here we are, running down the holiday season, coming towards the end. Everybody's on your list. They're all taken care of now. Take care of you. Don't forget you this holiday season. Call New Male if you're experiencing hair loss, thinning hair. Men and ladies, call New Male. They utilize state-of-the-art, officially, clinically proven ways to regrow your hair. Professionals will walk you through the process. You choose the options, and you choose what's best for you. Platelet-rich plasma hair therapy that uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle. Stops hair loss and regrows hair. FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser, proven to regrow hair. NeoGraft hair transplants produce natural-looking results in less than a week with no linear scarring. Men, ladies, call New Male at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or online at newmale, NUMALE.com. And gentlemen, if you're dealing with things like fatigue, depression, weight gain, even erectile dysfunction, New Male will help you with that. Feel better and look better. Call New Male at 505-652-1688 or online at newmale.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium.
All right, so that was kind of cool, actually. I don't know, what'd you think?
That was awesome.
Kind of cool, huh?
It's still got to be a really weird feeling for Zach Arnett.
And that's the last question said it, right? When I asked him, when did you realize you belong? And I knew he said, you know, there probably hasn't been that moment yet.
No.
Where, wow, when he sits down in Destin, when he goes to the league meetings, and then the media day after that, but they have their league meetings in Destin in May, and he's going to sit in that room at that table with Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin, and I mean just go down the list of SEC coaches, Kirby Smart, and there's Zach Arnett, and dude, you belong, you've earned it.
It might take him actually a couple games because of just how dramatic the situation was. And there's got to be, even when you have confidence in yourself, I can sense where Zach is coming from. There's a little bit of, everyone is just going to be looking at me because Leach passed away.
No doubt.
And so I do think that it might be something that takes him a little bit of time just to wrap his arms around because it's still so fresh. Like, you just lost Coach Leach.
Let me be very clear about something. They could have gone out and at that university gotten just about anybody they wanted. Okay, I mean, they weren't going to pull Nick Saban, but if you name a coach, give me a coach, up and coming, high profile coach, right? What they're paying, where the program is, sitting in the SEC West, they could have gotten a sitting head coach. They could have gotten probably any coordinator in the country, and they chose Zach Arnett, and it took them a day or two after Mike Leach's passing. It speaks volumes of what Zach has done there. And you listen to him, the humility, but yet the confidence with which he speaks, to me, screams volumes of who he is. And Zach's always been a confident, quiet, humble guy. And he made a few tackles. I do. I'll show you the picture when you walk in the office. It's right there above to the right of the door. But he's there every day. I'm proud of him, man. I think it's really, really cool, and I think he's got an opportunity. It's going to be a tough bowl game to win. Illinois is playing well, and just everything that Mississippi State's been through, right? I mean, how about those young men? The trauma, and look, we didn't even get into it with Zach, and I wanted to. I wish we had more time. Just the trauma of losing somebody so close to you, right? So tragically. And then you've got to step up and step into that person's shoes and fill the void. Oh, and everybody's looking to you as they're grieving and trying to figure out how to go on. I'm telling you, when we look back on this in a year, the stories that Zach is going to have to tell and how he got through in the individual, without naming names, but the individual situations with which he will deal. He's built for this, man. But it's an insane situation. How much did you guys spend a lot of time on Leach last week?
We did.
Yes, and we played a lot of our favorite audio from him.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So funny.
Yeah. Did you meet him when he was here?
I did not meet him in person.
Okay.
The only interaction we had was the radio interview we had on the show.
Yeah, no, he came on right when they got selected. Washington State did, and then they came in a night early, so they spent, I think, 3 or 4 nights here, and Mike spent the extra night. Mike, in fact, this is such a so when they got beat by Colorado State, it was an insane ending, 48-45. They were up big. That was the Colorado State game where Shaquille Barrett forced the fumble on Connor Halliday. It was overturned. Shaquille Barrett forced the fumble the next play. Colorado State scored with 33 seconds to go, went for 2, Statue of Liberty play. receiver dives at the pylon. They wave it off. They go back to the replay. Oh, wait, he was in. We're tied. Washington State fumbles the kickoff. Colorado State kicked the field goal to win 48-45. So the team went back to Pullman. Mike was going to the Keys the next day. That's where he has his off-season home. And so he stayed that night. He came up to the suite at the hotel, and I mean, we kind of get it going a little bit that night. And Mike was there, and he was so cool. And so we got to spend some, like, just nobody around, no cameras, kind of unfiltered time with Mike. And he was, Emery, when I tell you, like, beyond gracious to everybody. And this, did I tell you this story the other day? Mike was it wasn't just about, because he's the biggest guy in the room, right? It wasn't just about him holding court. And a lot of guys are like that, and they just sit there and answer questions. And he genuinely asked people questions and learned. He remembered their names and wanted to know their story. And that's a trait to me that is relatively uncommon with somebody of that ilk, of that stature, right? Because those guys are used to, look, we bring guys in all the time, you know, big dudes, NFL guys to be speakers. And I don't know if they know much about us, and we know all about them. And that's kind of their thing, right? They're brought in to tell about themselves. Mike was so, dude, and everybody who's met him's got that story. It was, and so for Zach to step into those shoes now, obviously there's a lot there. And he's right. How about the two coaches the two head coaches he's worked under, Rocky Long and Mike, and then he's, you know, all the guys who've gone on to become head coaches. It was I'm glad we got to that conversation with Zach.
No, it was really good. We learned about Mike Leach that he hates candy corn, Jeff, in one of the audios.
Yeah. No, he doesn't think it's real candy.
Just let you know, that's one of our favorite.
I
audio
heard
pieces.
that one.
That's one of our favorite audio pieces that we shared.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Pretty good.
That was one of our favorite audios from the show.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that.
It's very funny.
Yeah. I
thought it was fitting for this show.
Is his best one the marriage advice?
Oh, yes.
It's good.
I mean,
fantastic.
Only because it's so dead on. And he would always have that coffee, right? He was always had his coffee, and it was kind of curled up here. Is that like a little Starbucks or a white cup? And it was always right here. Bill Moose.
Did you see what he said about coffee?
I don't know that I did.
He said it's terrible.
Really?
And he just drinks it to get through get to the caffeine part of it.
But he's always drinking it. He's
so
always got
funny.
it. Bill Moose told me the former Washington State, former Oregon, former Nebraska athletic director who hired him at Washington State. He said when he showed up for his interview for the job, he had that coffee cup, and he was still holding it 3 hours later. Just holding that coffee cup the same way. He just priceless. But anyway, I hope you appreciated that. I hope you enjoyed hearing from Zach. I know I did, and I'm proud of that young man, and represents Albuquerque and New Mexico, and I think he's going to do great things there. We're going on the phones when we come back. The phone number is 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the Twitter _JJ Buck. Adrian's producing on ProView Networks today. We are on Comcast Channel 26 and on our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. All right, you going away for the holidays? You got a trip coming up? You got packages being delivered? You just want to keep your place secure? Call Aaron Jones and IPS, International Protective Service. They protect my home, and they have for years. Highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols you see all over town, because the bad guys are out there. There's an officer shortage, and it's affordable private security for your business or for your home. Protect your family. You've worked too hard to build what you've got. Back in 2006, IPS started protecting homes in the Fort Hills area. And now hundreds of homeowners and business owners all over the Borque rely on IPS to protect what they've worked so hard to build. Committed to our city and your protection, call IPS at 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit InternationalProtectiveService.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I mean, what, should she drink tequila or what does she drink? I reloaded the sleigh. Boy, the sleigh emptied yesterday.
Santa Claus.
I'm just going to say.
Jeffy Claus.
505-246-0610. Tis your opening drive. Might be my last show of the year. I'm not sure. Come on in. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at ABQ. Or what is it? Sportsanimalabq.com. Hello, Rudolph.
Hello. Hey, might be my last call, so I wanted to do my Christmas wish list impromptu. Number one, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Number two, I hope that people around this town will give Danny the space and the support that he needs. I went to the recruiting show last night, and, you know, despite all the negativity, and a lot of it coming from right here in our own town, Danny and his coaches did a really good job. And you look at the film of these kids that they have coming in, and they all can play. And my next Christmas wish is that Armenta, Trujillo, Wysong, all the kids that have chosen to stay home really get the opportunity to win some football games. I went back and looked, and if UNM had just averaged, I think, 24 points a game, they would have won 6 games. They're not that far away. So that's my next Christmas wish, is that next year we have a winning season and some of the noise dies down. Finally, you know, I knew Zach because I went to high school with Kurt and Rob Arnett. And that Arnett family, they're football players and they're football coaches. And so I'm very confident in what Zach Arnett's going to do at Mississippi State. I remember sitting there it was the wildest trip home ever. Jeff, we ended up having to land in Roswell because there was some problem with the Albuquerque airport and wait for buses to bus us back from Roswell, New Mexico to Albuquerque after a football game.
Good times.
And so getting all that coordinated, I don't know how Gavin Bevis pulled that off to get 3 huge buses down there to Roswell to pick us up when the plane landed, but he did. And I sat next to Zach all the way home, talked to him, and he has a brilliant football mind, and he is going to do really big things at Mississippi State. So that's my next wish, is that he goes in and wins that bowl game and solidifies his position as one of the people that belongs in the SEC.
You know what, Rudy? And he was part of that group that proves you can win with a bunch of New Mexico guys, right? That was like the Nick Spiegel group, Mike Mahorek, Zach Arnett, right? Guys with that, Curtis Pino, a bunch of guys that weren't recruited by a lot of places. And then, I mean, I think, you know, wasn't Hank in that group, right? A Clovis kid who wasn't Hank
Hank, the Cook brother.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
You're right, and it's going to happen. And I understand this year, and I understand what a bummer it was, but, you know, Danny and these coaches did not sit around and feel sorry for themselves. Go look at Dampier's film. You know, that's a quality quarterback that we got. He was the 6A Arizona Player of the Year. Player of the Year in Arizona.
Yep. No, it's a big deal.
I'm keeping receipts too. Like Salah said from the Jets, I'm keeping receipts because I'm going to remind all these people who turn their back on Danny that that's the wrong thing to do. And I wish him all the luck and all the blessings in the world because he deserves it. And he's got a really tough job, but he's always handled it. You've never heard Danny complain, have you?
No.
He's a really
right.
tough-minded guy.
All right, man.
Yep.
I'll talk to you.
Appreciate it.
See you. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Recruiting, and we'll talk to Danny about recruiting coming up at 9 o'clock. It's such an exact science, and where do you go with it? He's got to get it right this time, right? And Danny knows it, you know it, I know it, Rudy knows it. They got to get it right this time.
And that's going to be the challenge because you can sit there and say you're really excited about these freshmen coming in. Well, how long is that?
Yeah. 100%.
Like, how long is the balance between player development and then the amount of times fans want to see Danny have after 4 years?
Yeah. All right, James, what's happening? Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, just amazed at what's going on in Westwood right now with the football program. Everybody was like Chip Kelly was going to get fired, and he was on the chopping block and stuff like that. Comes out with this year and does, has a decent season and stuff like that, and then signs the number 3 recruit in the country and gets all these porthole these athletes and stuff getting to Westwood and things like that. Pretty good, It's as a fan, I'm really happy because it looks up. We just won the women's soccer national championship. Our basketball team is top 10, and now we get a decent recruiting class in football. So things are looking up, man.
That's groovy, man.
And I know I call from Southern California and everything, but you guys, I like listening to you guys on the radio. I listen to you guys on my phone, and you guys are decent, man. I mean, here and you're on the freeway going to work and listening to 710, ESPN, and stuff like that. I'd rather listen to you guys, man. You guys are pretty good. And if this is my last call of the year, whatever, I like listening to you guys.
Thanks, James. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Be safe on the 405, man. Be careful. We are decent.
You know what decent does?
We are decent.
You know what decent does?
What?
Sticks around.
It's the opening drive. Decent radio in your ear on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better.
7 a.m. Larry Show, brother.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Get your Christmas shopping done yet? I know. Ho, ho, ho. I better go spread some joy around this place. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, and A. Marie with Adrian producing on the TV. Google's YouTube lands the NFL Sunday ticket contract. What does that mean? So you watch your Sunday ticket on DirecTV. Well, the NFL and Google announced this morning that they have reached a multi-year agreement. Google's YouTube TV and YouTube Prime will be the exclusive distributor of the NFL Sunday ticket in the United States starting next season. So what does that mean to me?
You can no longer get it on DirecTV.
Well, then what's my point?
That's a big point. This is a big blow in the sports world for live programming for DirecTV. As a current YouTube TV subscriber, I don't like this at all.
Why?
Because with YouTube TV, you have your base $75 month fee.
Yeah.
And they can add on the sports package for $10.
Okay.
And for that $10, I pretty much get all the sports channels I need covered and the Scott Hansen NFL Red Zone every Sunday.
Right. Audrey gets that. Okay.
So now with YouTube TV, Google getting the rights to Sunday ticket, they're now going to charge me $500 just to watch Red Zone, like DirecTV was doing.
That's probably right.
And that sucks.
Sorry to share that news with you, JJ.
Yeah, that's probably right. And it's like, what, $400 or $500?
That's
a lot.
Of all the things we have to pay for in the sports world, or not pay for, depending on where you get your stuff, just wanting Red Zone is the biggest scam the NFL has.
And you can't just get Red Zone. That's an upgrade on the whole Sunday ticket package. So you have to buy the whole package and then upgrade to Red Zone.
That is why I left DirecTV. I craved Red Zone for my Sunday viewing, for this job, for the football fan.
So I got decisions to make, don't I?
Yep.
Starting next season, the NFL Sunday ticket will be available on 2 of YouTube's subscription bases as an add-on package in YouTube TV and standalone a la carte on YouTube Prime channels. So can you just get YouTube? I guess I don't understand what's going on. Can you still be a DirecTV subscriber but subscribe to YouTube?
There's YouTube TV.
Yeah, I understand that. And then what's the YouTube primetime channels?
It's the add-ons.
So you've got it. You're going to have to subscribe to YouTube TV. Oh, it's huge for them. Huge for them. So Sunday ticket is all the out-of-market games, regular season games. Wow. This is a big, big news. YouTube TV, according to their CEO, Susan Wojcicki, has long time been a home for football fans, whether they're streaming live games, keeping up with their home team, or watching the best plays and highlights. Through this expanded partnership with the NFL, viewers will now also be able to experience the game they love in compelling and innovative ways through YouTube TV, YouTube Primetime, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure I like this either, dude. Because now I got to redo my whole thing and...
Well, a lot of people have left DirecTV or the cable, and they've only gone to YouTube TV and all the other streaming services. So
yeah, I'm telling you, that's one of those. I think the NFL would be best not making exclusive. I know they get the bigger number for being exclusive, but I think they would get more subscriptions if they offered it to multiple outlets, meaning DirecTV, YouTube TV, and or just those two, right? Because then you're reaching more households, right? But then the rights fee isn't nearly.
Yeah, then they can pit, each corporation against each other. And what is it's like 50? It's some ungodly amount of money more that YouTube TV and Google are paying than DirecTV was for the rights.
I wonder what the number is going to be then. I mean, to subscribe. Wow, that's significant because all of us. I mean, do you guys get Red Zone?
Yes.
And you do.
Can't
and I
live
do.
without Red Zone.
I kind of feel that way.
I can't live without Red Zone.
Wow, I got to completely change. And I don't like YouTube TV because unless I'm missing something, there's not a last channel feature on there, is there?
No.
So you got to go back into
You just-
back up into the home and back and dive
Not
down.
usually.
So on my DirecTV, I hit one button, and go back to the last game. I can split screen. Can
You
I,
lose.
Is that an
you
option
lose
on?
split screen.
So that's a
I
huge-
actually prefer YouTube TV so far.
Really?
Even without the split screen.
Those are the
ability.
two things that I just don't have. I don't have a split screen on YouTube because Audra's got this. So I watch it there. I can't split screen, and I can't just go last channel, one button. I've got to back out.
Just
and-
click down,
Yeah.
and it will bring up your most recently viewed channels, and then you can.
So it's more than one button, more than
down,
one click.
click.
Down, click, click. That's two. That's way too many. I mean, I actually
You're a
enjoy the
one-button guy.
DirecTV convenience. I think it's a pretty good product, except for when it snows and then there's snow in your dish and you can't. It sucks. All right, well, that's a big deal this morning. 505-246-0610. We're going to talk signing day with Danny Gonzalez coming up at 8:11.
It's
Text on-
$2.5 billion a year.
$2.5 billion is what they paid for the rights?
Yeah.
And how much was DirecTV paying?
Maybe like $2.
So
Jeez.
at $2.5 billion to break even. Now what they're going to do, they're going to make their money on new subscriptions, right? 2.5 billion is that many divided by, let's just say $500. They got to get, well, it's only 5 million subscribers. They make their money back. And they'll get it. All right. Text line says, did Zach really just say Danny's doing a great job? Wow. Okay, then. I mean, that's what he said, right? Okay. I mean, Zach Arnett was with us. Mississippi State coach, former Lobo, former La Cueva High School star, was with us earlier this morning. If you missed that, if you don't listen in the 7 o'clock hour, you can listen to it later. It'll be available wherever we get podcasts. You can go to our website, sportsaudiblebq.com. Where else can people go to catch our content later?
Search The Opening Drive wherever you get your podcast.
And it'll all be there. And you can catch the interview, the conversation with Zach Arnett. We're going to talk with Jerry Palm at 8:30, and then Danny Gonzalez coming up at 9 o'clock. But I thought it was pretty good stuff. Dang, I'm not going to lie, man. This is pretty shaking news to me, and it's just about how I get my TV.
It's one of the most important sports products on television. Sunday Ticket and Red Zone. If not the most important one right now.
2.5 billion. Insanity. And all they're doing is using somebody else's product. Right? They're just taking somebody else's product and putting it together. But if I want to watch the Jets tonight, though, I can still watch them. I can't watch them on TV, can I? I got to find another streaming
Amazon
product.
Prime.
Yeah. Jets have a big one tonight. They get Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Hello, Sean. How you living?
I'm doing well, folks. How's it going?
A little nervous? You got a big game tonight, man.
It's huge. And a couple of weeks ago, I was kind of looking forward to it not being Zach Wilson against Trevor Lawrence, but
It is.
here we are.
Yeah, but it is. Yeah. Yeah.
It is. This is what the NFL wanted when they made this game, surely, right?
That's exactly.
Number 1 versus number 2
when you
pick.
flex it into Thursday, yeah.
Did they flex it? This was a pre-scheduled Thursday game. This wasn't flexed in.
I think you're right, yeah. If a flex is going to happen, I'm sure they would take it out rather than put it there.
Yeah, no, I think this one was pretty much where it is. But yeah, this is big tonight. This is big viewing tonight. Jets and Jags. People are going, what? Jets and Jags, really? Yeah, 2 teams on the precipice of the playoffs. You feel good about it? You don't, do you?
Kind of.
Really? Kind of.
Say what you will about Zach Wilson. He didn't get trucked by the weakest stiff arm I've ever seen against the Raiders. So he's not quite Mac Jones in my opinion.
He got pushed into the magma of the earth, like buried into the core of our planet.
I don't know if it was just me, but it didn't seem like it was that big of a stiff arm, but he went down hard.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went down really hard. He went down really hard because he wanted no part of that.
Because it was the most unathletic person on the field at that moment in time that had to make the biggest play in the moment. Had no chance.
Yeah, you have a 6'3", 250-pound guy running 4.54. Yeah. No thanks.
That was pretty beautiful. All right, call us tomorrow. Let's figure this thing out after it's all said and done. All right, can I invite him to do that?
Yeah, of course.
All right, yeah. Now, call us tomorrow. Let's talk about it afterwards. All right?
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow about how dreadful it could potentially be.
Good luck with this. See you, Sean.
I appreciate you folks. You guys have a good one.
I don't want to be stiff armed by Chandler Jones. I'm just letting you know.
Just for the record, I'd prefer to not be stiff.
He also said that the reason why he did it is because a lot of guys get a lot of guff for if a quarterback tackles them off a pick or a fumble.
Well, sure they do. It's like being stopped by the kicker. I get it, but still, for crying out loud.
It's funny.
All right. Jerry Palm's going to be with us at 8:30. We're going to talk college football, playoff, transfer portal, coaching, carousel, all that sort of thing. That's coming up at 8:30. He, of course, of CBSSports.com. Computer systems, vital to your success, vital to your everyday being, vital to your streaming soon and watching your freaking Red Zone. You don't want computer problems. Call ABQ IT and take care of it. A lot of things go wrong. Network servers, remote access, hackers. You got to worry about all of it. That's why ABQ IT is a name you need to know. You just want to know your system will work, that they're secure, and what will it cost you. ABQ IT has a business model with your business in mind. They monitor your computers and network to keep them operating smoothly, provide state-of-the-art cybersecurity to protect your entire operation. Remember the breaches, the attacks on APS in Bernalillo County? Shut them down for days, cost them a lot of money. Don't let it happen to you, and don't be naive thinking it won't happen to you. Best of all, this is one predictable monthly cost. ABQ IT handles it all. No more different providers for your internet, your cybersecurity, and then when you need to buy new computers. One company, one affordable cost. Get a free assessment and see what ABQ IT can do for your business. Visit abq-it.com. That's abq-it.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young, here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudahl with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mask.
Well, first.
Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Bardella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe playing zone right now.
Fight's 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
The perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Buried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is.
Quick this shot, they got a shot up in 5 seconds. Transition 3's up, and it's hit at the buzzer by Ian Tolingsberg.
Picture perfect execution. Ball didn't hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Calb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Calb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Calb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually have. Oh, great.
A.J. Rivera with... I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that is turned up. They force another turnover. Calb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Calb puts it down. Brian Calb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control.
The Sports Animal.
Football tonight, Amazon or right here on the Sports Animal. Jets and Jaguars. Who thought it? Who would have thought that was a big deal, huh?
Jets 2-point favorites right now.
I like the Jags tonight, by the way. I like the Jags simply because I like the quarterback play better. Is Trevor Lawrence playing?
Yes.
He was questionable yesterday. All right. Saw this morning. This kind of bummed me out. Ronnie Hillman died. 31 years old. Former Bronco, former San Diego State star. He was a great, is that fair to say, a great college running back?
Yes, he was.
He was
very good.
He was a good NFL player, but he was a great college player. I guess he had cancer, man. 31 years old. I don't know. Wow. Condolences to the Aztec family, to the Bronco family, and obviously to Ronnie Hillman's family. That's way too early. I mean, Franco dies at 72. I mean, that's still, relatively young. But Ronnie Hillman, 31 years old. Wow. All right. Do you have any takes? I guess we'll get with Jerry, but Jerry's not a big recruiting guy. Jerry Palm joins us at 8:30. Do you have any big takes on recruiting day around the country?
No, it's so hard to, because when you look at class rankings, these things, they matter when you look at 5-star, because those players usually pay off. But in this day and age, you can't focus too much on signing day because too many things change year to year. Even with 5-star recruits, 4-star recruits going to these programs, we're seeing more power programs even get in the transfer portal to get players from other marquee programs. So it's a day full of headlines, but there are not a lot of concrete takeaways that you can have on college football teams right now.
I know this Travis Hunter is getting a lot of pub. He is the 5-star who transferred from Jackson State to Colorado following Deion Sanders. Said, I'm committed to Coach Prime. And by the way, he did it on his YouTube channel. I got to stay with my dog, is what he said. DAWG is how it's written. That's why I said it that way. Deion's going to make a difference at Colorado. How quickly? Immediate?
You should see immediate impact. I think it's going to be a little bit of a wake-up call for these dudes, because it's one thing to go out there and dominate at Jackson State, and then go out there and think you're going to be able to run the Pac-12.
Yeah. You got Oregon and Utah in your division. Washington State. Washington. A little different. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know, and we'll talk to Danny Gonzalez coming up at 9:00 about signing day and how different this one was. Lobos 11 players on signing day, while New Mexico State had 28. Is that what the number was? So really a different look. We talked with Jerry Kill a little bit yesterday, and Jerry, right? Amory was saying that they got. You guys were both here. I thought for some reason you were gone by that point. But he said they with 29 players. And he said they still got a bunch more. And I'm like, where you fitting a bunch more? But he told me, where did I see him? I was down there before the New Mexico State-New Mexico game on the field. And it was the last time I think I saw Jerry in person. And he and I have talked a bunch. But he told me that they're going to really revamp this roster. And they're recruiting hard. I mean, he made it pretty clear. And that was early in the season before they started getting, playing better. That they're going out and this thing's going to change, and he's going to, he went out and this quarterback that he found, the one that was the Eli Stowers, the 4-star transfer from Texas A&M. Again, I've seen guys come from Oregon and Texas A&M, and there's a reason they didn't play there, and we've seen plenty of guys come with big accolades, with stars, and come from power conferences and didn't pan out, right? But I don't know, man. This one feels like something pretty legit.
It's something to keep your eye on, for
Yeah.
sure. A recruit that's getting that kind of buzz, that kind of attention, showing up on campus, and it shows you that they feel really good about where they are, but it was something that you said they bring in 29 players?
29, yeah. You got a transfer from Arizona who comes in as a sophomore. You got a transfer from Boise State who comes in as a sophomore, a 6'5", 300-pound lineman, Jacob Golden, who's a sophomore. He transfers in from Boise State, and then and Stowers also comes in as a sophomore. Unless I'm reading this, no, it's a junior class. He's a junior. He'll come in as a junior. But I mean, if you're giving me a quarterback from A&M, and I know everybody's going to say, wait a minute, you got Diego Pavia, and it almost going to start to feel like the Isaiah Chavez situation here, doesn't it? A New Mexico kid who won a couple of games, and in this case, got you to a bowl game. And I think the Aggies are going to win on Monday. If Diego Pavia wins that bowl game, is it going to be harder to replace him at quarterback with a guy like Eli Stowers? Or if Stowers comes in, I mean, to me, if you're the head coach, it's not. But for fans to accept
I think
it,
Diego's better than Chavez. So Diego's going to go in with the opportunity.
100%. Diego Pavia. Yeah. Yes.
Even with or without winning this bowl game, it's quarterback competition next season.
That's right. Well, they brought in another one. They brought in a freshman. They've got. Let's see what happens with. Why am I forgetting the young man from Oklahoma who started a bunch of games? Help me with his name.
Frakes.
Thank you, Gavin Frakes. And Frakes at times early in the season looked good. He's a big, tall kid with a strong arm, right? And so I think you probably go into at least a 3-person competition with Frakes and Diego Pavia. And if you're going to throw Eli Stowers in there, 6'4", 215, Texas A&M transfer, 4-star recruit. I mean, almost, look, I haven't seen him play. I'm not going to sit here. And I'm always loath to just jump on names and lists and, oh, this is the guy. But, I mean, everything I've read about him, it feels like they got something kind of cool there. And then they went out and got receivers. Like, all I know is I'm looking at a long list of dudes. I don't know how many of them are any good. Jerry seemed pretty happy about it. I will see. We'll see, but New Mexico State did. You like them in the bowl game, by the way?
Let's go with them. Why not?
Yeah, I kind of do. Are you on New Mexico State to win that game?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
So does that mean Bowling Green by 20?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah. You're welcome,
Usually
everybody
happens.
out there.
Aggies are favored, aren't they? I'm pretty sure the Aggies.
They were the early favorite.
Yeah. All right. Big news this morning, man. If you get your Red Zone on DirecTV, you're not getting your Red Zone on DirecTV anymore. I mean, I'm just like, what the heck? Google's YouTube channel. How did I not know Google owned YouTube? Did you know that?
I had no idea.
You didn't know either, did you?
I mean, no.
I mean, the world's owned by everything's owned by Google or Apple, right?
I'm assuming.
Feels that way. Or Amazon. Those three companies own the
Amazon.
world. Everything. Yeah. All right, so that's the deal. Hoops last night. The Nets scored 91 points in the first half. Not against Roy High School. Against the Golden State Warriors. Beat the Warriors 143-114. Warriors are scuffling, boys and girls. And Christmas is on Sunday, so usually that's when you start paying attention. You watch the Grizzlies and the Warriors, and that's when you'll start paying attention to what's going on in the NBA. But Steph Curry's out, and right now the Warriors are not in the playoffs. Them and the Lakers aren't even in the playoff tournament. Now, look, it's December 22. I understand that, so we're a long way away. But the Warriors are concerning too now. Not just the Lakers. The Warriors are concerning. The way they're playing. No?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the exact date.
Yeah.
It's going to be... I got to find the date in January.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to reference the Boston Celtics of last year. They're 18-21 in January.
All right.
And finished...
You can give me a rough date.
With
That's
a
fine.
51-31 record. And number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference.
So you're not that
So we're going to
concerned.
go into January.
Yeah.
Got a lot of golf.
And that is the point where we will see concern or not concern. Because, got a lot of games left to play.
All right. Starting to be concerned. All right, when we come back, I'm not concerned about Jerry. Jerry Palm's going to be with us, CBSSports.com. We'll talk to him about bowl games and football and playoff and recruiting and coaching and all that mess. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Looking at a crash south.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
M610, the sports animal.
Back with you on the opening drive, JJ Buck, Jeff Simieta, Amory. Whole season rolling on. Be joined by Jerry Palm just in 1 second when Simieta gets back in the room. I can't really reach the phone bank over there. Bouncing around, talking with everyone. Big game today, Baylor and Air Force. Excited to talk with Jerry Palm about that. Among the other bowl games upcoming, that's a great matchup for the Falcons. It's a Baylor team. Strong defenses in that one. Baylor 3.5-point favorites, over under 43.5. Coming off signing day. And what does signing day even mean anymore? Who the heck knows? With the transfer portal, with even all these 4- or 5-star players leaving after a season, player development, what is that? Everyone is recruiting out of their transfer portal, recruiting off other teams. There he is. So I just couldn't reach the phone. Couldn't reach it, Jeff. I couldn't.
Oh, you want me to hit Jerry?
Yes.
Sorry, Jerry. I was talking to the boss down the hall. Hello, Jerry Palm. How you living?
I'm doing all right, but there's no need to hit me. I mean,
no, you're the boss.
You could reach me from there anyway, but still.
Sorry about that. I was down the hall having a conversation with the big boss. How you living? Happy holidays.
Important. Same to you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was at the Purdue game last night, so that was fun. Although no Zach Edey.
How about your number one ranked Purdue Boilermakers?
You know, it's funny because it's a break game. Like, so Purdue sells out, right? The season tickets sell out. You can't get tickets. But when the students have their break games, there's a couple of games when it's during the winter break, those tickets are available. So a lot of people who can't go otherwise snatch up those tickets, and they're thinking, gosh, we get a chance to see Zach Edey. He doesn't play. He has the flu.
Hey, so tell me again, there are 3 undefeated teams in America. Are you familiar with who they are?
Well, yeah, Connecticut, Purdue, and New Mexico.
That's right. Yeah, they're playing pretty well down here. Have you got to look at New Mexico at all?
I have not seen them on television yet. No. It's on the list. I need to see them. I need to see a lot of teams.
Richard's done a nice job. Rick Pitino was in on Sunday with Iona, and he's got, I think, a terrific backcourt. And then they added the transfer Morris Udeze from Wichita State and Josiah Alec from Kansas City. And it's going to be interesting. I think the Mountain West is going to be good. I think there's some good teams in there. But my naked eye tells me the way they played against St. Mary's, the way they played against SMU and then Iona, I think that's an NCAA tournament team. I'm curious once you watch them. I'm curious what you're going to think. But
yeah, I did a bracket Tuesday. Obviously, they're in it. I want to say in the middle.
Yeah,
like an 8-9 game, something like that, thereabouts. And it's just because the quality win, the
right.
big eye-catching win isn't there yet.
Well, and they lost the 2 games against New Mexico State, which hurt them, I think.
Well, they didn't lose to New Mexico State.
Well, they lost the 2 games. They lost the 2 games. I mean, they didn't
lost
play
the
the
opportunity.
2 games.
They get to play them. Yeah, right. Although New Mexico State team's down this year too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, right. So they need to make some hay in the conference.
Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, is with us this morning on the opening drive.
Well, Jerry, might as well get to that game that I was talking about in the intro. Air Force, Baylor, one of those just really sneaky good games, I think, because it's defensively, but a big one for the Falcons.
Yeah, it's that's one of the weird bowl matchups that happened that TV put together in spite of who's supposed to play in these games, because that's not a Big 12 game. They took Baylor out of a Big 12 game to put them in this one. ESPN did, because they make all those decisions. And it well, that's what I mean.
No, you're right.
Game,
we did it.
Your game.
Yeah, we did it too.
Well, I mean, that's when you own 15 bowls or whatever
17,
it is, you get to make a lot of decisions because they're TV shows for ESPN. So, but they do it to create matchups that are intriguing, and this is an intriguing matchup. They're both good defensive teams. They both prefer to run the ball. Baylor's passing game is better, but that's only because Air Force, runs the option. They're not going to throw it much. But, I think I heard JJ say the over-under was 43, so I'd like the under in that game because of the offensive styles, and the defenses are both pretty good. But I think it has a chance to be a pretty entertaining game. And I like watching the service academies play because you don't get to see the option very much anymore. So I think they're fun. And I'm going to try and take a peek at that one a little bit today.
Jerry Palm, CBS Sports with us. Jerry, when you're bouncing through these bowl matchups, and there's so many factors in it, kids going into their transfer portal, coaching changes, what do you like from a bowl game? Like, what will draw your interest in a bowl matchup?
SMU BYU. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, that drew my interest. I usually just like to see games that I think are going to be competitive, or teams that I care about one way or another. Like, I'll watch pretty much all the Big Ten teams at least a little bit. I'm actually going to Purdue's game, the Citrus Bowl. So which means I won't see any of Illinois because I think they're at the same time. But anyways, I'm a bowl game guy, even though, I kind of call them grand exhibitions because nobody ever gets fired for losing a bowl game, right? I mean, it's, yes, teams want to win, no question. But, those are the things where the players are opting out, transfer portal hits, guys aren't going to stick around necessarily just for a bowl game. And coaches don't necessarily stick around just for a bowl game.
True.
So that kind of tells you where they are in the pecking order, but I still love bowl games. So I will watch as many as I can, but I'm going to pay particular interest to teams that I like or matchups I think are good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. You mentioned Illinois. They're going to play Mississippi State in the ReliaQuest Bowl. We just had Zach Arnett, the Mississippi State coach, on with us. And I was off last week. Maybe you guys talked about the passing of Mike Leach. And
we did.
Mike made such an impression on our game in 2013. And Zach is the new head coach there, La Cueva High School guy, played at the University of New Mexico. And we're big fans of Zach. Just your thoughts of the choice of him as the head coach. They made a very quick, decisive decision at a incredibly tumultuous and sensitive time within their program. What you know about Zach and the choice of him, because they gave him a multi-year deal and he's the guy going forward.
Yeah, I don't know much about him as a coach other than, I think he's, as a coordinator, he's done a good job. So it's Mississippi State was in a difficult spot, right? I mean, they could have thrown things open and done a national search and things like that, and you've got this team in a vulnerable emotional state. So now they're not going to promote Zach just because of that, right? Because having a familiar coach, to sort of stabilize everybody, they're not going to promote him unless they believe he can do the job. And that's a guy that has shown, at least as far as I can tell, that he's earned the right at a head coaching job. And, the SEC, not always considered entry-level stuff, but that's, sometimes the opportunity is what the opportunity is. And obviously Mississippi State feels he can do the job, or they would not have hired him. And the fact, though, that it helps also stabilize an emotionally fragile team by having somebody that they know get this job, I think that helps too. But he's not getting this job because of that. He's getting this job because they believe he can do it.
What's success in that division? You're in the division with Alabama and Auburn and A&M and Ole Miss and LSU and then what with now Texas and Oklahoma are coming in and so what would be success there?
I think kind of what they're doing. Yeah. What were they, 8-4 this year?
They were 8-4
I mean, if you've got 8 wins, you've had a pretty good season. So, and then obviously you always strive for more. They'll define success as championships, and they should. It's just it's an uphill climb, but you want to be competitive. You want to be in bowl games. You want, if you get 8 wins, I mean, the way they schedule in the SEC, you're getting 4 off the top, right? So if you can go, 4-4 in that division in your conference, that's a pretty good year. So, but they're going to strive for more. I mean, Mississippi State, I don't know if you remember this or not, the very first college football playoff rankings, the very first year, the very first rankings, Mississippi State was number 1.
Was that with Dan Mullen?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So that is, I mean, they didn't finish that way,
right.
But, they're capable of putting together highly competitive programs there. Maybe not Alabama, maybe not Georgia, but they can compete there, and I'm sure that that's the goal.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. All right, lastly, how quick till Deion turns it around? Watching recruiting, and I feel about recruiting, I think the same way you do. It's a bunch of names. Let me see a couple of years later, but a lot of buzz, and certainly guys are attracted to that brand. How quickly do they turn it around? I guess turn it around means respectability before championships.
Well, I think they can turn it around in a couple of years. It takes a while. I mean, he's trying to turn over the entire roster.
I know. He told them all go.
and that's, in basketball, that's 12 guys. In football, that's 80. So it's hard to do. And he's bringing guys from Jackson State who played at Jackson State.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, he recruited, the number 1 player in the country went to Jackson State a couple years ago, and he's following them to Colorado. And, I'm sure his son's a good player. But, those guys were playing in the SWAC in FCS. Yeah. I mean, and now you're going to go play in the Pac-12.
Yep.
It's a different level. Now, he's obviously going to recruit, higher level Division I guys, 4- and 5-star guys, and he's going to go after those guys. And he got a few in this class, but it's going to take a couple of years. You can turn around a program faster in basketball because it's fewer number of players. Football, when you're talking about bringing in 80 players and needing depth, you just can't have a good 22. You got to have depth because guys get hurt. So it's going to take a couple of years to build that up to where they're going to be competitive in that league.
It's different playing Oregon and Utah every week than it is playing Grambling and Central Carolina or something like that, right? I mean, it's a whole different world.
And I don't really mean to disparage them. It's just, you're right. It's just different.
Yeah, it is.
You need a different level of player than he would have had throughout his Jackson State
100%,
roster. He had a couple of top guys, but he's going to need a higher level of player. And, he's attractive to those kinds of guys.
And he's going to need a bunch of them. I mean, to your point, he gets this one Hunter, the kid who followed him. In basketball, that makes a difference. All of a sudden, one guy makes a difference. In football, it's going to take a whole lot more than that. All right, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a great quarterback, but if you can't block, it doesn't matter.
And if he's got no one to throw to, it doesn't matter either. Have a Merry Christmas. Appreciate the time, always. We'll catch up with you next week and read them every day over on CBSSports.com. Follow him on the Twitter. It's at JP Palm. That's right? How many times have I done this?
Yeah.
What is it? JP Palm CBS?
Yes.
All right. It's only been like 16 years we'll be doing this. I'll figure it out one day. Merry Christmas, my friend. We'll catch you next week.
All right, same to you guys.
Be well. He is Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com. He needs to see New Mexico. I mean, and anybody who's I don't. They
Yeah,
national TV. They were on national TV Sunday night, right?
Fox Sports 1 game was
Yeah.
their first nationally televised game.
Yeah.
Of the season. And hey, get it. Jerry Palm is still wrapping up football season. He's working out the metrics right now.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had a chance to put eyes on a lot of teams that he will do shortly.
And I do think that's a reason why they're not ranked, right? I think there's a lot of East Coast riders, Midwest riders who just haven't seen them. Hadn't been high-profile games. You just look at the numbers and say, well, yeah, but who'd they beat?
When you're going off the preseason
And
poll
you're going
still.
off the preseason poll still. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, and Adrian. Danny Gonzalez will be with us at 9 o'clock on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by the...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young, here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudahl with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mask.
Well, first. Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Bardella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe playing zone right now.
Fight's 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
A perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Buried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is.
Quick this shot, they got a shot up with 5 seconds. Transition threes up, and it's hit at the buzzer by Ian Tonsberg. Picture perfect execution, ball that hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Calb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Calb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Calb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually happen. Oh, great.
H.A. Rivera with... I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that has turned up. They force another turnover. Calb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Calb puts it down. Brian Calb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet. so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride
recruiting coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. 11 players signed by the Lobos yesterday. It's the opening drive. Jeff Sibbietta, J.J. Buck. Breaking news on Cowboys-Eagles. Jalen Hurts out versus the Cowboys. Gardner Minshew will start for the Philadelphia Football Eagles. I think this is the right thing.
Smart.
100%. Nick Sirianni, the head football coach of the Eagles, quote, Gardner will be our guy and Gardner will be ready. Gardner worked his butt off for this opportunity against a really good football team. He had a great practice, end quote. Jalen Hurts sprained right shoulder, throwing shoulder in the loss to the Bears. In the game against the Bears. They lose that game? They didn't lose that game, did they?
No, they won.
Yeah, why does it say right here, in Sunday's loss to the Bears?
25-20.
They didn't lose that game. He was driven into the ground by Travis Gibson. Look, this is easy. You guys, this is such an easy decision. You have a 3-game lead in the division. You have a 2-game plus the tiebreaker lead for the number 1 overall seed, right? You have to win 1 game the rest of the way. That means this week, next week, or the following week. Or the Cowboys and or Vikings have to lose 1. And you have home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. You are the number 1 seed. You get the first round bye. Your quarterback has a sprained throwing shoulder. This is easy. You sit him down and get him healthy, right?
Absolutely. You
no doubt.
Built yourself a cushion. You have a good enough football team that even with the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott coming in, you're going to feel confident in competing, maybe even winning this game. Because just look at what Dallas did with Cooper Rush. Look at what Brock Purdy is doing with the 49ers. Philadelphia feels their roster is up to that caliber. And take a week or two because it's a throwing shoulder. If it was a left shoulder, Hurts would be out there playing. You can figure it out. But the throwing shoulder, this is going to linger. So you want to give him enough time to be in a manageable situation when they get to the playoffs. So I expect him to probably play the last 2 games, or at least the last game for a little bit, because you don't want to sit him this entire time for the playoffs, especially if you're able to hold on to that first round bye. But it's a big moment. Gardner Minshew, the team, time to step up. You built yourself a cushion. Jalen Hurts needs you right now.
All right, and they have the Saints and the Giants after that, which I think are 2 winnable games with
The
Gardner.
Eagles do.
Yes, with the Gardner Minshew.
Or with Jalen Hurts.
Or with Jalen Hurts. No, I just think he should be healthy for the playoffs. And I agree with JJ. You don't want to go in rusty, but save your MVP caliber quarterback.
Why? What are we doing? I mean, you guys got a bad throwing shoulder. If they think a week or 2 weeks of rest is going to get him ready to get you, and then they get the bye week, so they get the extra week. So he could get a full month off. Now, is that rusty? I don't know, man. I'd rather have a rusty guy than a hurt guy. Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
This is easy.
Easy.
And so Jalen Hurts out against the Cowboys. Gardner Minshew for you fantasy football players. Pick him up and play him. Or don't. Danny Gonzalez next on the opening drive. We'll talk signing day from the Lobos perspective on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
Years running. This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
National Signing Day. It's kind of a holiday, but it's like a holiday, but you don't know what it means, right? I mean, you see a bunch of names on a list, and all right, that looks. Oh, that's a big dude. Oh, he came from that school. Oh, look. Oh, okay. And then a few years later, we'll figure out how good it is, and we know this. And here's a couple things I know. You don't know how good a recruiting class is until a year or two or three even later. And I've never, ever, and I've been doing this a couple of days now. I don't think I've ever talked to a coach on recruiting day or signing day or the day after who didn't have a good signing class. So all that's understood. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Signing day yesterday, the University of New Mexico football team, 11 guys are Lobos. That leaves a lot of room for late signings, and there's a strategy to that. Head football coach at New Mexico, Danny Gonzalez, has just completed his third full season as the head coach. Joins us on the opening drive. Good day, Danny. How you living?
Great. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Excellent. Thank you. Am I wrong with any of my assessments?
No, that was perfect. I mean, if I get on here and say, God, these guys are terrible, I don't know what we were thinking or what we've been doing the last 6 months, but no, I agree with you. The interesting part, and we've taken this philosophy all three classes. It's better for us to get some guys in this first signing period that we can bring in for the mid-year. We always concentrate on New Mexico kids throughout the year, so it's an advantage for us to sign those guys right away. And then we let the chips fall where they may, and we'll go continue now. With the transfer portal, they've changed some of the. I mean, we can still have kids come in on the 4th through the 6th of January, which we have scheduled to have about 8 to 10 kids in on that visit, and all those guys are guys that can enroll in school and start on January 17th. So that would be an additional 17.
That sounded like he's gone. All right, I'll try and get him back. JJ, when you look at this, so there is a strategy to this. I know a lot of people are saying, well, they signed 28 kids, and they signed 26 kids, and they signed 22 kids, and why only 11? And so where does it come from, and why is it like that? But obviously there's a strategy here. And when you're playing the recruiting game, it's an inexact science, right? And it always has been.
And it's ramped up even more today, and we know that. And the challenges of when you put a kid on the field, how much you get out of a kid, high school, JUCO, D1 transfers, all the above.
All right, Danny's back with us.
My fault.
Yeah, no.
Sorry about that, Jeff. We're up in Durango. We brought the girls up and our kids up to Durango for a couple of days, so that's bad reception. But where did I cut off at? Sorry.
Well, basically, I mean, the strategy, right? You said you got kids that can enroll on the 17th. You got the open period from the 4th to the 6th. And so what I was saying while you were gone is there's a strategy to this. And people are saying, well, they signed 24 kids and they signed 29 kids. And why do we only sign 11? And what you're saying is, hey, this isn't panic time. Actually, it's what you're saying is there's a good thing to the strategy here.
No, there is. And the roster management aspect of this, so the last 2 years, they've gotten rid of you can sign 25 guys. I mean, you saw guys sign 29, 30 all on yesterday. Well, that becomes, there's no limit on how many you can take. It's a matter of you can't go over 85. And so our roster, with all the COVID seniors that we've had so far in the 3 classes that we've taken, nothing but freshmen, we would have, if we replaced only the guys that exhausted their eligibility, which was 4, we would have only been able to sign 4 guys. You can't make a class out of 4 guys. So this transfer portal thing works both ways. We had 2 disappointments in the transfer portal between Cody Moon and AJ Halsey. Those are guys that we didn't anticipate. We always knew there was a chance, but we didn't anticipate them leaving. And then everybody else was an opportunity that if they want to play ball, they're going to have to go. And find another spot so that we can make some room to sign some guys. So the mass exit that people have been talking about, it's all strategy. It's all purpose so that we can bring in a new class and have guys to help us improve this program. So between now and February 1st, you're going to see an addition of probably another 17 or 18 guys, and 8 or 9 of them will most likely be here in the new year. We've got an offensive coordinator that's going through HR and all those things. Okay, it should be here now in the next couple of days. Didn't want to mess with him playing in a bowl game last weekend. So all those things lay into how we're playing this out for the rest of this 23 signing class.
All right, before we get into the new stuff, you mentioned Cody Moon. There was a part of me that expected the A.J. Halsey thing. You talk about the local guys and the chance that Cody had here and wasn't recruited by a lot of places and played so well. I'm not going to lie if I told you that one didn't disappoint me a little bit.
No, you know what? The idea of developing kids for 4 to 5 years that's kind of going out the window because people get in their ears. I mean, Cody had Aiden talking to him, and I'm not disappointed in Cody. I'm disappointed for the Lobos. But we did a great job developing Cody over the 3 years that he played for us, and he's going to have an opportunity to go somewhere and play, and then whatever he feels is best for him, that's okay. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I'm going to hug him. I'm going to help him, and I'll do everything I can to continue to help him develop. And it's about human beings. It's about helping these young men grow to be better men. And if he thinks it's an opportunity for somewhere else, that's okay. We'll support it. And what we'll do in recruiting is we'll find somebody like Cody. We'll find somebody like AJ. We found him the first time, and we'll continue to do it. Now, Cody obviously walked on and proved to us the New Mexico story that I talk about all the time. If we don't give you a scholarship right out of high school, come walk on. Prove me wrong. He did. And then we developed him over the 3 years, and that's where we're at. And those things now with this transfer portal, it's going to happen, and it is what it is, and it's okay. We'll just replace them with new guys coming in.
Danny Gonzalez, Lobo football coach, with us on the opening drive.
Hey, Danny, when you look at everything that's going on now, you still have to earn your way on the field, but is there more pressure to have to play young players to see what you have now?
Well, so over the last 3 classes, we have been big time heavy on freshmen. We took some transfers last year up front for the O-line, which those guys will pay dividends, having all those guys back this year. But you play your best players. In 20, we played 24 true freshmen. Last year, we played 22 true freshmen. So hopefully now that some of those guys are growing, next year we'll be a more mature team. We'll have some guys that have been in the weight room now for a year and a half since we've been back from COVID. And then we'll play, hopefully, few true freshmen based on who your best players are. And then there's going to be more transfer guys coming from transfer portal and all those things. But the true freshmen that play, much like AJ Halsey at the University of New Mexico, in 4 to 5 years is going to be an unbelievable player. It's the process is people get in their ears and tell them you can't get to the goals you want to accomplish from there. Well, when I sat down with AJ, it was, look, man, you're the only group of 5 kid on every All-American team, freshman All-American team. You put yourself on the map here at New Mexico. By going out somewhere else, you're taking a chance of losing that positioning. Now, we have Tavian Combs, who him and AJ played the same position, and Tavian Combs will be back next year. So it would have been a great opportunity to find, and we'll do it. We do it. We'll find ways to put our best players on the field. They'd both be on the field. We'll just do it in a different fashion. So he decided that getting that opportunity would be better. So that when you play true freshmen, that's the inherent risk. If they're that good, there's a chance they're going to leave, and that's okay. That means you just have to replace them with the ones that come behind them that are that good.
And any to the expectations with the transfer portal to also have players come in and be good for you right away. Guys that might not have played at Division I level, coming over from JUCO, might have been on a D1 team but not getting a lot of playing time. How has that shifted things too with the quote-unquote JUCO and D1 guys having to be good right away, just in the expectations from people outside?
The junior college kids are a little bit easier to evaluate because they played football at a little bit faster speed than high school. I mean, there's a ton of kids that go to junior college that are qualifiers out of high school that can go to the junior college for one semester, play in 10, 11 games, get that experience, and then they're able to come right now and compete, and you have a pretty good evaluation of what they can do and how they can help you. That's because the majority of 131 teams in FBS football are recruiting so heavily out of the transfer portal that high school kids aren't getting as many opportunities as they were before. Last year, it was 48% less high school kids signed than traditionally. So that leaves you too. There's a lot of high school kids out there that you can get that you might not normally get. The Christian Washingtons, the AJ Halseys, those guys that people aren't recruiting because they're spending other time doing that. Now, the transfer portal kids, they go both ways. I mean, if you get an FCS kid coming up that's played a ton, you know how good he is, you know what he can do. If you take a chance on an FBS kid that's transferring straight across that hasn't played very much, you know, most of the time, I mean, it might be he was behind somebody that was better than him. He wasn't good enough. I mean, you're taking chances on those kids. And then if you have a kid, an FBS kid, that comes down from the Power 5 to a Group of 5, or he's a kid that played a lot, coaching change, different situation. If they've got a bunch of game reps, and Pro Football Focus is doing a lot of stuff on how many game reps kids have, how productive they are. So some of those kids you're taking a shot on that haven't played, but there's a lot of them that have some good time experience that you know what you're getting.
A few more minutes. Lobo football coach Danny Gonzalez, who was, I think, the only person wearing shorts at New Mexico Bowl the other day. You are a man.
Yes.
I believe you're the only one out there. Hey, did you address the needs, quarterback and playmaker, or is that still a work in progress?
Well, we're always, especially with the new offensive coordinator coming in, there's always potential for another quarterback, an older guy that's played. But the two quarterbacks that we signed yesterday, Aiden Armenta has got some of the best arm talent that I've ever seen. I mean, he can spin it. He's accurate. He's a 6'3" kid. We'll get him in the weight room. He's 190 right now. We'll get him up to 205. He's got the potential to be a really, I mean, the quarterback that everybody's talked around here for a long time about, where's the guy that can throw it? I mean, Aiden's got all those tools. And then Devin Dampier, he was the AP Player of the Year in the state of all levels of football. Led his team to the championship game in the Open Division in Arizona. They lost by about 6 inches. They lost by a touchdown. He threw an incomplete pass that the receiver caught in the back of the end zone that was out by about 6 inches. Unbelievable athlete. Unbelievable. I mean, he's got good arm talent too, but he makes people miss, hard to tackle, and just a great leader. And so the best part about those two kids is when we were recruiting Aiden, we told them, hey, we're recruiting another quarterback out of Arizona. We told Devin the same thing. And their reaction to that, oftentimes the quarterback's like, Coach, I'm going to go find someone else. I want to be the only one. Both of them were like, good, go get him, Coach. I'm looking forward to the competition. So it's already started, which is awesome. Devin will have an opportunity because he's an early high school enrollee, so he'll be here in January. And then Aiden will be here in June. So those two guys, and then with the new OC, there's the potential for one more coming.
Yeah, we're breaking you up. I was going to, Danny, if you can hear me, I wanted to just ask you this, and if not, we'll let it go. We had Zach Arnett on at 7:15 this morning. Talked to Zach about the opportunities, and just so proud of him. And I know you and him are typed. He's the former Lobo, former La Cueva star, who's now the head football coach at Mississippi State. Got the job amongst just horrible circumstances, and he's got an opportunity. I know you talked to Zach. I told him, and so many people here are so proud of him. Just your thoughts about Zach getting that opportunity at SEC.
You know, Zach is he's an unbelievable football coach. And I think you got to give Coach Long a lot of credit. Coach Long had the opportunity to go to Syracuse, really excited for him. What Coach Long has done is he does a great job of coaching coaches. Everybody that's left under his tree, myself, Tony White, Zach Arnett, have been very successful at what we do on defense and very successful in building football programs. Zach will continue to build Mississippi State into being a contender in the Southeast Conference. I mean, they're in the top 3 in defense every year. He can complement that with the offense. I mean, that was Coach Leach's baby. So Zach will have the responsibility of finding somebody that can continue that path. But the way he came up in the business, I mean, he went with us to San Diego State to be a GA, became a position coach, was promoted to coordinator when I left. I'm just super proud of him. And he's a great football coach, so we collaborate, share a lot of ideas together. So I'm so excited for him to have this opportunity. And, I mean, I'm beaming with pride for him, Tony White. I mean, Coach Long having that opportunity, it's just a great deal. And for an Albuquerque kid to be the head coach of an SEC football team is just awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was great to catch up with him. All right, enjoy the family. Enjoy a few days up there. Merry Christmas to you and to Sandra and to the kids. And appreciate all the time that you spend with us on the radio. And we'll catch up with you very soon. But enjoy a great, great holiday.
Well, Merry Christmas to you guys. And just so I don't know, I'm sure everybody's told you many times, that New Mexico Bowl was unbelievable. I mean, you found two great opponents. That atmosphere was outstanding. The events during the week, we got to go over and hang out with some of our friends on both coaching staff over at the hotels. You do a first-class job. The New Mexico Bowl is one of the top 5 bowls in all of the bowl season. I mean, with over 2 million viewers and what you were able to do putting on ABC primetime, I'm proud of you. I'm just super excited that we have that opportunity in our community, and it's awesome. And the idea is the Lobos will be playing in it next year. So get us ready. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Merry
Danny.
Christmas.
Merry
for all you
Christmas.
do.
Appreciate you.
Go Lobos.
Danny Gonzalez, the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. All right, so there's a strategy to it. Obviously, there is. I think where they are, JJ, they almost have to wait late, right?
Yeah,
and
they do.
see what's there and continue to recruit and get their coordinators. And he's got to hire, an offensive and defensive coordinator. He'll probably be the defensive coordinator, but there'll be somebody in that position, right? Danny's going to run the defense. We'll talk about it when we get back on the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports App.
The Sports Animal is coming over for Christmas, and we're bringing the NFL down the chimney.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home.
So you can respond to that. And look, that's not going to. What Danny said isn't going to sway you one way or another. If you are on board that Danny's going to turn this program around, you feel good. And if you're on board that he is not, you're like, where are the players? And I mean, so that wasn't going to sway you one way or the other. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck, A-Marie. News this morning, if you are just joining us or just getting up or just getting into the world, Jalen Hurts out against the Cowboys for the Eagles. So the Eagles will play Gardner Minshew, a Mike Leach disciple, against the Cowboys this weekend.
That's right. Washington State.
In fact, Gardner Minshew spoke at the Mike Leach Memorial 2 days ago. I don't know, man. If you believe in some, that kind of stuff, Gardner Minshew might have a freaking day with a little Mike Leach karma. I mean, I don't know what you believe in. You do your thing. I believe in those stories in sports, right? And you know why I believe in them? Because they happen all the time. The storybook stuff happens. I know. Now, do I think Eagles can beat the Cowboys? It's a bigger game for the Cowboys, but it just diminishes it a little bit. But I'm all in on Gardner Minshew now this week.
Yeah, with what we've seen out of backup quarterbacks, the trash talk that's going to be between the two fan bases, regardless of who is playing.
Oh.
No one cares if it's your backup.
That's right.
When it's your rival.
You didn't care when it was a backup when you beat him last time. Omar says, you better believe Omar remembers Franco Harris. Franco passed away 2 days ago. Jeff, even though we only played twice in the 70s, it felt like Pittsburgh Squealers and the Dallas Cowboys were battling for the belt every year. And every year it seemed Franco, Flippin' Harris and company broke the heart of a young Omar. We got our revenge in the Arizona desert in 1996, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same gang. Beating Neil O'Donnell wasn't the same as beating Terry Bradshaw and Lynn Swann. Okay, I'm down. And you guys are all over the place with emails today, but I'm okay. This one says, let's ask A-Marie. Jeff, speaking of Liberty quarterbacks, who was the Lobo Destroyer? JJ, you don't even know what he's talking about here.
The Lobo Destroyer?
Yeah.
For Liberty quarterbacks?
Yeah.
The Buckshot Calvert?
Ooh, Buckshot Calvert, you do. A-Marie wasn't here then.
Even if I was, you guys are so weird.
Good old Buckshot.
Just
remember
why
Buckshot?
ask A-Marie?
Remember who was the receiver? It was
Antonio Gandy Golden.
Thank you. I knew there
What
were
year
two
was
Gs in
that?
there.
I'm just curious.
It was like 4 years ago. 5 years
well.
ago. Antonio, and didn't he spend 2 years in the NFL and retire? He was with Washington. Antonio
Try to make him a tight end.
Andy Golden. Yeah, he was unbelievable that day. Ren says, meanwhile, on DFW Sports Radio this morning, callers are going, if only there was a nearby bowl we could have swapped with so we didn't have to play in 18 degrees.
Oh, my gosh.
We could have gone last Saturday when weather was nice at our place, and they could have played today with the temps of 50s in their gym. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Let me just tell you something. Can I be very clear with you?
Can't.
No,
I just
you know what?
can't.
18 degrees is different. Like there are some, with what we're seeing, like temperatures and wind chill, like I wouldn't be outside. So there's no reason to scream about it, man. No one wants to be outside if it's 0 degrees.
Yeah, but
Like,
it
stop
wasn't. It was
yelling
actually
about things.
34. And SMU wanted to get out of the Metroplex and play here. Just so you know, with all you people thinking they got stuck here, they wanted to be here, and they're glad they. I mean, they would have liked to win, but
Love it though. Going for 2, it's what you got to do.
That's right.
It's great.
James says experience versus talent. Jeff, yesterday was an eye opener. Lady Lobos shouldn't be losing by 30 to anybody. These are very experienced fillies, and that is usually enough when the Lady Lobos are playing the Mountain West or Mountain West type club like Old Dominion. But when facing a squad like Mississippi State, the talent gap is shocking. It doesn't look good for a deep March run, even if the Lady Lobos win 3 in Vegas. This is your beat. I'll yield to you.
The Lobos are not on par with what could be a top 3 SEC team. James is correct.
I mean, they're just not, right? It's a different. They're playing a different game, like you said, man. Let me just tell you what resources mean. Okay, we talk about resources for women's basketball. Like we talk about it for football all the time. So you were in Tampa, or I'm sorry, in Odessa, Florida, playing in something Richie Castillo's rec center, or whatever. Where were you?
That's a fair way to put it.
And Mississippi State has a bus that they drive from wherever they are to wherever they're playing.
And the players aren't on the bus.
So who's the bus for?
I mean, the bus gets there. The players
Yeah,
still
no, the players don't drive on the bus.
Yeah.
The bus goes to meet them. They fly there, probably charter, right?
Yeah.
And then they have their own bus and their own support staff, and you guys are probably like hanging around. Hey, can we get a ride? Coach has his own stool. I think that's kind of cool. I don't even know what it means. So, all right, Lars is the curse of your game, Jefe. Here you go. You guys like.
Y'all are getting coal in your stocking. Y'all are on
You know
the
what's
naughty
beautiful?
list.
Like we had a great event, and these people want to tell me how crappy it was.
They're the Grinch.
Last night, the little weatherette had a graphic on the screen of the triple dip La
And
Nina
weathermen?
and how all this warm, dry weather is killing the snowpack and ski resorts, etc. How big is the curse of the New Mexico Bowl? We can still have 3 years of crummy weather under these triple dip La Nina conditions. Help me understand the correlation. So we're so big we control La Nina? Is that what you're telling me?
Y'all need to move to like California or something, or Florida, or Southern California at that. You can't. Don't live in Northern California. You guys might freak out.
I mean, whatever.
Go live in a. What? I'm just so over. I'm sorry. I'm just like so. I just like can't. And maybe it's because it's so personal to me because I've lived on the East Coast and up north, and you guys have no idea how nice we have it here.
I read it because it makes me freak.
You don't have to shovel your driveway.
Often.
What, you might have to heat up your car for a couple minutes.
Yes, I shovel my driveway once or twice a winter.
Like how much of snow?
I mean, enough that I got to shovel it.
Okay.
And every third or fourth
I'm just
year,
trying to bring awareness to this
every third
world.
or fourth year, it's
Albuquerque.
it's work. But yeah, I mean,
twice a year. I mean, when you're living up north or east.
No, look, man, I get it.
It is brutal.
And what we've had the last, it's been cold.
And they got a lot of bowl games all around the country.
Yeah, you
and
watch,
they aren't complaining
Go
about
ahead
it.
and watch the game today at the Armed Forces Bowl. Tell me the weather that Baylor and Air Force are playing. Go ahead and then complain about it tomorrow. Go ahead. It's the opening drive.
If you need a place to warm up because of this cold weather, I want you to go over to 377 Brewery. I've been telling you about 377 Brewery, guys, and you have to get there. I'm actually going there today for lunch. It's open every day at 11, and it closes at 11 every day but Sunday. And next week, it's the perfect place, guys. It's located right around the corner from the pit, and you know your men's Lobo team is undefeated at 12-0. And next winning first league play game, 28, starting at 7 p.m. You got to go here. It's pregame spot, 377 Brewery. Top-rated kitchen, European-style award-winning beers. They also have cocktails. It is family-friendly. You can bring your friends. You can bring your dog before the game, after the game. Just get to 377 Brewery, located on the northwest corner of Yale and Gibson. I am putting on a pregame event next Wednesday before the Colorado State Lobo game. So if you want to come out for happy hour before you go to the pit, and check them out at 377brewery.com.
The sports animal is...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young, here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudahl with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mask.
Well, first.
Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Bardella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe he's playing zone right now.
Fight's 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
A perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Buried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is.
Quick this shot. They got a shot up with 5 seconds.
Transition 3's up. And it hit at the buzzer by Ian Tolingsberg.
Picture perfect execution. Ball it hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Calb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Calb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Calb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually have. Oh, great.
H.A. Rivera.
I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that has turned up. They force another turnover. Calb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Calb puts it down. Brian Calb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of
winning culture back to the Lobos. And I'm hopeful that the Lobos will be playing in the New Mexico Bowl next season. I still believe in him, but there are a lot of challenges that he's facing, and I just hope that he is successful. I hope that he's successful for himself, because, what that would mean for him coming back home to his alma mater, but also for what it would mean for, for the state of New Mexico and for UNM.
I think a lot of people feel that way. Travis, I think Danny is a genuinely good guy. Now, if you don't like him as a football coach, I'm down. Like whatever. The record says what it is. I still think he's a good football coach. I think he's an accomplished defensive coordinator trying to become an accomplished head coach. But you root for a guy who you think is a genuinely good dude doing it for the right reasons, wanting to bring something back to his alma mater, to his home state. And I'll go to this again. And, we know that Danny passed up jobs that pay way more money last offseason at Texas and in Oregon. There was plenty of rumor going around last week that he was going to go be Zach Arnett's defensive coordinator at Mississippi State. And he told me flat out the other day, no, I'm not doing that. I want to finish this job. That job would pay more than what he's making now. So I believe Danny's doing the right thing for the right reason, and I think the right way, and we're going to find out if he gets the right result. But, if you don't like him as a coach because of the record, fair enough. And he's got to do some things differently, and they got to be better offensively, and they got to win. But I have no doubt that is a genuinely good dude who cares about this place.
Yeah, and I do want to touch on Lobo basketball, but I cannot agree more with you. I mean, anytime you hear him talk about the Lobos, you know that he cares. Into his core, in his bones, he cares about this program and the success of the program and the strength and the success of this community. And that is what you want from your athletics coach. They're leaders in our community, and he cares about the direction of our community, and that's what you want. He's shaping people who will come to live and work in our community, and so. But I just want to say about Lobo basketball. Look, for anyone complaining about Lobo basketball, scheduling, saying that they're only playing cupcakes, I'm just going to tell you directly that you don't have a clue about what the hell you're talking about. Last night, a really good San Francisco team beat the brakes off of the 25th ranked team in the country. San Francisco went up 25-3 on 25th ranked Arizona State. So no one is sitting here talking about how the Lobos are going to win the national championship. But to say that the only reason that the Lobos are undefeated is because they played a cupcake schedule shows just how little these people know about college basketball. Again, no one's saying they're going to win the national championship or go to the Final Four, but this team is pretty dang talented. And they're going to win a lot of games. And that's something that we have not had around here in a very, very long time. So, haters, wish you well. Miss me with your BS and your bad takes. Gold Troll, ESPN Radio, or the coffee joint or the Starbucks, wherever you want to go. Stay off of 610. I'll see you on Facebook. I will say, Jeff, there's an old saying, right? Look good, feel good, play good. It's hard to say that motto doesn't characterize the success that the Lobos have had this year and will continue to have. Right. Merry Christmas to you all. We'll see you in the next year.
Merry Christmas, Travis. See you. Wow. All right. It's actually a really decent perspective on a lot of stuff right there, right? How about San Francisco yesterday, by the way?
They're a good basketball team. The Lobos have 4 quality wins on their schedule, and 3 of them were not at home. That's going to look really good on a resume. Right. Yeah, the Mountain West is going to pick this team up big time because Colorado State playing a lot better. That couple weeks with Isaiah Stevens. Saw what they did against St. Mary's. They lost a tough one, had an opportunity to beat USC yesterday.
And 2 were true road wins.
Unable to get that done. So they're a quality team. Their numbers are going to look good. UNLV, Utah State, I don't think they're that team, but they're, like, in terms of, like, winning the conference good. But their numbers, the way they played non-conference, it's going to elevate
Wyoming's
them.
going to get EK back, and Wyoming's...
Everything is pointing in the right direction. If the Lobos are this good, they're successful in Mountain West play, March should look really good.
Let's say they lose 5 games in the league, right? The games aren't to San Jose State and Air Force. Let's just say, and I know you guys go, whoa, 5. All right, I'm taking, let's say they lose a home game somewhere and lose 4 road games. Let's say they lose in Logan and in Fort Collins and in Boise and maybe San Diego and lose 1 at home. So they'll be like 24-5 or something like that with this non-conference schedule. I think that's an NCAA team. I do. Now, after that, let's start seeing who they, how it all plays out. Because as Jerry always tells us, you can't do it in a bubble, right? In a vacuum. Yeah. Howie, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Trolls are ugly monsters that live under bridges, I'm disappointed in people. I just, because I try to live life with positivity. And, therefore, I want Danny Gonzalez to succeed so badly. I mean, almost as badly as I want my Cowboys to win a Super Bowl before I die. So does that put it into somewhat of perspective for me?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Danny is an incredible man, got integrity. He's undaunted by a lot of the naysayers in this town. And I guess I'm a little vengeful, and I want him to succeed so badly just so we can shut some people up. He's a quality human being, and I think, I think he deserves to succeed here. And I think Rocky kind of moved on with his career because I felt like maybe there was somewhat of a shadow there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think there?
No, I think that's a little bit of it. Yeah, I do. I do think there's a little bit of that. I do.
Yes, and congratulations to Rocky for furthering his career. And, I really, I'm hoping Danny can get some good transfers and get some more good stuff.
All right. I think we got the
weight room a year and a half. I buy into that. I do. I believe what he tells me. I believe what he tells me because.
Yeah, I got to let.
And I think that.
All right, Howard's phone's cut out, but I think you got the point, right? I mean, Howard's on the Danny, and look, there's plenty you're going to go, yeah, maybe he's a good guy, but and okay, look, there's been plenty of good guys who didn't get it done, and Danny knows this is a big year. From where I sit, and I know Danny relatively well, I think. I find that guy to be a genuine, good, giving, caring, like really good human being. Now, Leo DeRocher said it back in the day, nice guys finish last, right? I don't know, man. We've had some pretty good people who have been successful around here, right? Rocky Long was a pretty good dude. Loved this place, pretty sincere about it. He's been successful here, right? Look, I don't know, maybe I'm in the Christmas spirit. I don't know.
It's a really tough spot.
I know.
Because anyone else at this point in time, there might be a little bit more heat coming down on them.
That's right.
And that's fair. And we're talking out the reality of it. You can be a good guy and still be under a lot of pressure.
Let me ask you
and that's Danny Gonzalez, because he's coming into this season, brand new offensive coordinator, which looks like it's going to be a pretty good one. His On3 was reporting yesterday that it looks like it's going to be a Bryant Benson, who is the interim head coach at UAB.
Okay, that's good.
And they were pretty
really good. Yeah.
They were 7-6 this season. I went to the Bahama Bowls.
They won their bowl game. Yeah.
So that looks to be a pretty good one. So that's the reports that are out there. The guy that's apparently going through HR. You don't have a solid foundation on either side right now, player-wise.
Let me ask you this.
And you're going in it to this year coming off 2 wins. Like, how much longer are people going to be even that like him?
I know.
Like, this is such a tough place to be in.
How
right now.
much does it matter that there's been little to no off-field drama? Meaning accusations, legal stuff, right? The stuff that had been there around, and not, look, I don't know. There was quite a quantity of it, right? You had all kinds of off-the-field stuff. And people are just going, we can't have this. We got to clean up the program. It feels like, unless I'm missing something, is there something I don't know about or I'm forgetting, like off the field issues with players? Does
not any that are like, oh my gosh.
Does that matter?
It was a curfew where there was not
something
bad that happened, but it's like, all right, then you're suspended the next game.
Stuff, yeah, player
Things
left
like that,
a curfew. Does that matter?
Question.
It seemed to matter when it was happening and you were losing, right? People were like, there's no discipline in there. Oh, okay. All right. Does that matter? We got to get someone in here who's going to get control. All right. It feels like you do. That you're not winning. So, all right, we'll wrap it up. 505-246-0610 on the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Young. Here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudahl with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mask.
Well, first.
Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Bardella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe playing zone right now.
Fight's 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
A perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Carried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is.
How quick this shot? They got a shot up with 5 seconds.
Transition 3's up. And it's in at the buzzer by Ian Tonsberg.
Picture perfect execution. Ball that hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Calb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Calb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Calb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually have. Oh, great.
H.A. Rivera with...
I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that has turned up. They force another turnover. Calb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Calb puts it down. Brian Calb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
Thursday, what I get bowl games tonight? Oh, I get Air Force and is that the only one I get? Air Force and Baylor?
And you got NFL.
I get NFL tonight. Northrop Grumman. I think that's who it is. Armed Forces Bowl. My good friend Brant Ringler runs that game. It's a big game. Mountain West Conference against
Lockheed Martin.
That's who it was. It used
Armed
to be
Forces.
Lockheed Martin. I got to know better. I got to be better. I just got to be better. My apologies. Hello, Adolph.
Hey, how's everybody going? Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas. What's happening?
Hey, I was just looking at the Lobo basketball team's ranking here, and according to the Associated Press poll, they're essentially at number 30 And, obviously they're one of the few undefeated teams there left. And, because of the writer's journalist bias, I'm going to take a guess here that New Mexico has got to win probably their next 2 or even 3 games to bust into the top 25. And I'm not looking at their schedule. Could y'all pull up the schedule and see who their next 2 or 3 opponents are?
Colorado State's their next game.
Okay.
And that's on the road, right?
No, it's here.
It's here.
Next Wednesday, and then Wyoming, then Fresno State.
Okay, so league play will now commence.
Yeah, you're in it.
And Colorado State, are they basically one of the favorites for the league, or what?
So Isaiah Stevens is up for Player of the Year, and JJ, he's become healthy again, right?
Yeah, he's been playing.
So they won't have this great, and this is where it's going to be interesting. The great net rankings for Wyoming and Colorado State won't be there because they weren't healthy early. But especially Wyoming, as they get Maldonado and Ike back, you're going to look at it and say, well, I mean, they lost to this team and this team, and so their net ranking, but they're going to be really good.
They're top 100 team right now.
They are top 100.
Yeah.
And is there 6 top 100 teams out of the 11 teams in the league? 6. So 8 out of 6 of the teams in the league are top 100.
Okay, so given the bias, I'm looking at, they could bust in there, kick the door down, if you will, with maybe even with just one more win, being ranked at number 30 at the present time. 2 more wins clearly gets them there, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, you're right. And here's the other deal, Adolph. I don't think anybody's seen them, right? So they didn't play in one of those high-profile MTEs, multi-team events, where they went and played on ESPN in Charleston or Anaheim or something like that.
So they didn't get a look.
They haven't been. They had the one game on national TV, but it was on a Sunday night against the NFL, and I just wonder how many people really got to see them. And so people are looking at it, and like Jerry said, the marquee
They're
win
skeptical.
isn't there. I think that's right, but for crying out loud, they're 12-0. The other 2 undefeated teams are 1-2 in the country.
Yeah. I mean, I watched UConn defeat Georgetown a couple evenings ago.
They're good.
And, but I think this Lobo team certainly deserves a better look,
100%.
A closer look, if you will.
And they will.
And, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I've taken up enough time. And, but again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone. And are y'all going to be on tomorrow by chance?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Merry Christmas, man.
All right. Merry Christmas.
See you.
No days off. No days off. And that is why Adolph is a reason why top 25 matters. Because in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. You don't get into the NCAA tournament because, you're 24th in the AP rankings. We'll give you a 3 seed. But people, it resonates. It matters to the fan bases. It matters to the programs when they put it on social media. Players and fans retweet that stuff because when you look at the metrics, like the net rankings right now, you know where the Lobos are in the net ranking today?
19, 18?
15.
15, yeah.
And then you got Utah State 24, the Aztecs 36, Boise State 39, UNLV 57, Nevada 58, Colorado State 86.
That was 6 in the top 60. Yeah. It's really good.
With solid Kim Palm numbers. Yeah. Like this,
you're going to be okay.
Could be a very big year for the Mountain
You're
West.
going to be okay. Ken, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Real quick. Andy Katz definitely has us in the top 25, his top 25. I like Andy Katz's credibility. So he has us, I think, 21st or something like that. And Patino even said this year he was not going to schedule a real tough schedule. He literally thought year 2, they were still going to be building a little bit. So now, if everybody pretty much comes back next year, I understand Daisy doesn't have any eligibility, but if House decides to come back, Mashburn, the core comes back next year because of COVID, 5th year, 6th year, whatever it is, that's when you're going to see a schedule that's going to be really, really impressive. Real quick, guys, I would love for you guys to delve into a show or a segment, how long it takes to rebuild a program. Obviously, in basketball, it takes a year because you only need a couple of transfers, 3 transfers, and it makes a huge difference. Football, I understand you got a lot, bigger team. Now Gonzalez is going into his 4th year. I mean, how long does it take traditionally to rebuild a football program? Or did it even need to be rebuilt? Did Davey believe it needed to be rebuilt? Does it take a college football coach 3 years, or do you want to see improvement within those 3 years? Do you want to see the win totals go up maybe a game or two each of those 3 years to get to about a 6-win total his third year or his fourth year? I would love to see the statistics, how long it does take for a basketball program to rebuild comparison to a football program.
That's
and
fair.
see if Gonzalez is where he needs to be, which I would, obviously say no, but that would be an interesting segment. So thanks,
that's
guys.
good. Thanks, Ken. I think that it's hard to compare apples.
I don't
to
even
apples.
think you can do that anymore.
Really?
I don't think there's a timeline. It's either you win or you're lost. Because you don't get 3 to 4 years to develop players. These are 2-year windows.
Yeah,
in football and basketball.
And I think it's different in the Mountain West than it is in the SEC.
Like that, Ken's question,
it's a
5 years ago,
Yeah.
is a great question.
Yeah.
Right now, Ken, it's impossible to answer because you're not keeping players around. You're not developing players.
Yeah,
So I don't know how to answer that question right now.
I'll do a deeper dive into that because I'm interested. Hey, Amory, you'll love this. So all those complaining about our weather, which was 34 and actually no wind and really, really freaking nice on game day. So they're playing the, what'd you tell me? Who is it? The, who's the sponsor on the Armed Forces game? Not Bell Helicopters. It's not Northrop Grumman. It's Grumman. Anyway, they're playing the Armed Forces Bowl today. What do you think the weather is in Fort Worth right now? Beautiful Texas, Fort Worth. You should play. They wanted to play the game there. They did. It's 20 degrees
20,
right now with wind speed of 25, so the wind chill is 3.
What?
How you feeling? Yeah, breezy, slight chance of wintry mix, then decreasing clouds today. Have fun. Yeah, but yeah, I'll take what we got. I'm grateful for what we got. I'm grateful for you guys. Blessed to
Grateful
do this.
for you too, Jeff.
I'm blessed to do this every day, Marie,
Applause.
Adrian, and JJ. Thanks for having me. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
Happy New Year's. You'll be back tomorrow with the opening drive. Thank you to Zach Arnett, Mississippi State head coach, Jerry Pomp from CBS Sports, and Danny Gonzalez. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Coward after that. 2 Men On comes your way at 4. You get NFL football, Jacksonville and the Jets tonight. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Big day for you?
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Good day now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Pro